Let's go!
Hey guys, it's your boy Dave the Collector. Today I thought that I'd change things up a bit from my normal pickup videos to create a video that I've been wanting to make for a very long time, and that will be my top 5 favorite video games of all time. Again, these are my top favorites. This isn't like the top 5 undisputed champions of video games or anything like that. I'm just telling you my top favorites, and I hope that you like some of the stuff that I have to show. Let's go ahead and we'll get this thing kicked off with number 5. Coming in at number 5 is a game that I don't think that many people have played, well, at least people that I know. And as a predecessor to the much beloved BioWare franchise Mass Effect, I'm kind of surprised that I don't hear about it more often. The game I'm referring to is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I played this game for the first time back in 2009, and after that point the only Star Wars games that I had played were Star Wars Battlefront and LEGO Star Wars. And as great as those games were, they could not begin to even scratch the surface of what this game had to offer. From upgrading weapons and armor, gaining an assorted crew of companions, going on mysterious missions, an unforgettable storyline, and a great soundtrack to boot, this game had it all. Just like Mass Effect, the choices that you made determined your outcome. Do you save the galaxy from the evil Sith Lord Malak, or do you join him? This game made you feel like your choices really mattered, and for that, I have Knights of the Old Republic as my number 5 favorite video game of all time. The next game on my list is the latest addition to a fairly established franchise. As well, it is a fairly recent PS4 title. When you see it, it might kind of come as a surprise to you. You might even say, "You never see it coming." I'm so sorry. Coming in at number 4 is Persona 5. This game is hard to categorize into a specific genre, considering the fact that it is an amalgamation of Pokemon, dating sim, Final Fantasy, Inception, Sly Cooper, and a dash of trivia. But it is the combination of all these games and genres that make Persona 5 so special. One moment you're helping change the heart of a corrupt mob boss, the next you're out fishing with your friend. You have so many options for how you can spend your day, so you never have to worry about getting bored. This game is what you make it out to be. And for that reason, Persona 5 ranks number 4 on my list. Coming in at number 3 is a game that has stuck with me through the years, not only due to the fact that it was amazing, but because of the lasting friendships that were made during the time that I played it. This game literally was the pinnacle of online multiplayer. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the game that I'm talking about is none other than Fortnite. I mean Halo 3. Is there any more fitting place for my number 3 favorite video game of all time than Halo 3? This game took the FPS genre to a whole new plane of existence. With the introduction of Forge, online interaction thrived. Players were finally given the ability to create their own custom game types and maps, and with that being said, I have to be honest with you. In my opinion, some of the maps and modes that were created in Halo 3 are better than most made by current day developers. Halo 3 wasn't just you playing a game. Halo 3 was you and up to 15 other people just having fun. And if you weren't having fun, you were probably on the receiving end of one of these. To this day, I can still remember getting online and waiting for my buddies to get on so that we could grind for some silly achievement or even just play a few matches to Team Slayer. DJ, Dalton, David, you know who you are. Halo 3 will always hold a special place in my heart, and for that, Halo 3 comes in at number 3. I gotta be honest with you guys, for number 2, it's like there was something like stuck in my brain and I really just couldn't get it out. Give me one sec. Maybe if I tried to think about it really hard. Well, that's a good one. Psychonauts. Psychonauts is one of the best platformers for the 6th generation of consoles. From its wacky assortment of characters to its creative level design, this game has definitely got to be one of the most underrated gems for the PS2 and the original Xbox. Just the concept of going to a psychic summer camp, learning special moves and powers, and entering the brains of troubled individuals to help them fight their innermost demons is still awesome to me. And as a kid, it blew my mind. No pun intended. I really like the extra steps that Double Fine took to ensure that players got the most out of their experience, giving those who want to learn more about its universe the opportunity to by unlocking memory vaults which show how the characters in the game developed some of their traits. Luckily for us, I'm happy to say that the next installment to this game should be coming out within the next year or so, thanks to continued support and crowdfunding. And who knows, maybe Psychonauts 2 might find itself on this list one day. But until that day comes, Psychonauts has its spot secured safely at number 2 on this list. Alright guys and girls, it's time for me to announce my number 1 favorite video game of all time. I was going to do a little skit for this, but I really couldn't figure out one that was appropriate just based off the fact that I did spend countless hours with this game as a kid. And, you know, I just had a lot of fun with it. And to this day, you know, I go back and think about all the hours that I spent on it. And, you know, I just don't really want to ruin this moment, if that means anything. Well, anyways, my number 1 favorite video game of all time is Super Mario Sunshine. Let's jump right into it. Super Mario Sunshine took up a large chunk of my childhood. Its creative bosses, fun level design, and bright color palette are still fresh to me every time I go back and play it. It's hard for me to explain exactly why I love this game so much. Maybe it's nostalgia, or maybe it's because it was the first Mario game that I really got to sit down and play extensively. But in my opinion, Sunshine compared to Galaxy and 64, even though 64 is in my top 10, found the perfect balance between controls and level design in a 3D platformer to make me keep coming back for more. Even if every once in a while it made me frustrated, hello, darkness, my old friend. It was that frustration that kept me playing, and when I finally beat it, I felt a sense of accomplishment that I hadn't felt with many games that I had played through before it. I'm glad to say that Super Mario Sunshine was the first Mario game that I ever completed, and is the one game that influenced me to want to collect video games in the first place. For that reason, Super Mario Sunshine has been, and probably always will be, my favorite video game of all time. Alright guys, there you have it, my top 5 favorite video games of all time. If you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Until next time, this is DTC, signing out.